What's up, everybody? Welcome to Discourse and Chill. I'm Ian.
And I'm your girl, Rissi.
Welcome to the season finale. We are super happy to be here. We had this idea a couple months ago that we are going to start this podcast as a way to be creative and share our thoughts, opinions, and have conversations that matter. And to see it come to fruition and then also to see it through. It feels just really, really good. And we're happy that you have joined us along this journey. Reese, how does it feel to be here?
It's kind of surreal,
Mm,
Like you said, we have had the conversation multiple times about doing a podcast,
mm,
and to have actually put one together and to be at the season finale, it's it's an amazing feeling. I'll say that it's
mm.
definitely an amazing feeling. It's a huge accomplishment, and I'm excited. Season
Yeah.
one, it's amazing.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think it's reminiscent of us doing the Marquee Slam for so many years, and we had what, an 8 month season essentially, where we were doing
Hmm.
poetry slams, and then to get to the end and to be like finished with the season, you get to look back and just look at all you've accomplished and all the
Yeah.
people you have reached. So we want
Hmm.
to take this time to do that and just look back at our season, talk about some of the things that happened, some of the things that we talked about, just different moments that we had, and just share that with you. And we would love it if you would share your thoughts and opinions in the comments,
Hmm.
because we want to be able to interact. I think that's a goal for us next season, is definitely to
Yeah.
have more engagement and more interactions with our audience. So I know we had an idea of potentially going live, so we'll definitely hash that out for next season. And we definitely want to be able to even use the ideas that our audience has and put them in our episodes. Like, I think that would be a great way to involve our audience and those of you who have followed us and have supported us along this journey. So Reese, what was your favorite either episode or favorite moment in season one?
Um, my favorite episode for myself is gonna have to be my 10 things episode. When I watched the playback, I was so excited. I was like, "Why am I yelling everything?" This water bottle, this. So I am yelling everything, but I was so excited. I was like, "Oh my god, these are my favorite 10 things!" Like my must haves,
Mm,
and yeah, it was just super funny watching myself. It was like I yelled through the whole thing. Like, why are you screaming? What is wrong with you? But I was just so excited. I don't know why I was just so excited through the whole episode.
mm.
And then to hear people say, "Oh my gosh, like I'm gonna try that." I think Kim, shout out to Kim. Hey, homie, was like, "Girl, you got to want to buy everything." So yeah, I was on my saleswoman that day.
Mm.
But yeah,
I
listen,
think your
I
10
was
things were the 17 things, though.
don't come for me.
I'm only speaking facts. I'm just saying.
Oh, what you put the 5 hours later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was my favorite episode. Again, it was just a feel good episode for me. I
Yeah.
loved it. Yeah. I guess it might be kind of a tie too because my 21 questions episode was really good too.
Hmm.
That one I let people in a little bit to know a little more about me. So the
Yeah.
21 questions episode was a good one, but my 10 things, I was hyped. Like I was super excited for my 10 things. What would you say was your favorite?
I definitely love the 10 Things episode too. I
Yeah.
think that's one of my favorites. I think too the self care and the mental
Mhm.
health episodes were some of my favorites, just because of the
Okay.
type of conversation that we had. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know how we addressed everything. I thought I was proud of us in those episodes. I was like, look at us.
Yeah.
We just all kinds of
Uh,
adults and open
oh,
minded and have perspectives that are like valuable. And I got a lot
right.
of good feedback in regards to those
Yeah.
episodes. And I don't know, like in those moments, I was really proud of our conversations and uh, our openness and willingness to share and be open minded and just all of that
Mhm.
was really good stuff. But like, yeah, I would say 10 Things was definitely a fun episode.
Yeah.
I loved your 10 Things episode. Like that's one of my favorites.
Yay.
So like you, I was listening to today actually, and I was like, she's super hype. Like she is like
Listen,
she really loves this lip balm. I don't know what the this lip
listen,
balm.
I'm telling you, lip scrub, a sugar scrub, and follow up with
Yes,
the. I got Carmex
Carmax.
right here. Listen, on deck all the time. I've already done my scrub, my morning scrub. So before I go to bed, once I wash the day off, I'll
Mhm.
do a night scrub. I have a night serum for my lips. It's not by Carmex, but there's a night one that I just found. Listen, when I tell you, like just subtle and soft, like listen, cutting up,
This is
no
more
complaints.
advertisement for everybody.
Right. Yeah. So,
She's selling lip gloss and lips.
all I know is, listen, it's been working for years.
So would you say that was your most fun too then? That was your most fun episode?
But yeah, it was fun too. I would
Hmm.
say that I don't know, I think my 21 questions episode was fun too, especially telling the story about when I was little and I said I want some coleslaw. Had let
Yeah.
people know I've been getting my way for a long, long time. Episode was pretty fun. But the energy, I think I definitely bought. I was so excited. I don't know
Mhm.
why I was so excited doing my 10 things. As you could tell, because I went over 10 doing the
Yeah.
episode. But yeah, it was fun. I
Yeah.
enjoyed
That's
it.
awesome. So what
Yeah.
were your
What
I
about
guess what was one of your least favorite episodes?
I don't know if I have a least favorite. I loved
Mm.
all of our episodes. I think my least favorite reaction though was the very first one we talked about, the insurrection,
Uh-huh.
where they stormed the Capitol. Somebody from Germany or somewhere tried to say that we didn't have, we would say like false, like fake news or something,
Mm.
and they had, like, some fact checker was trying to come and say that we weren't being truthful in our episode, but you can't tell me that my opinion isn't my truth. So I don't know who you were, you foreign fact checker, but you got it wrong, boo boo. So that was the least favorite for me. Just that somebody thought that it was okay to basically tell me that my opinion was
Mm.
wrong and that my experiences were wrong was the least favorite for me.
Yeah, I will agree with that. I think that was happening on Facebook. We got a
It was
notification
on Facebook,
because we
yes.
shared the YouTube link on our Facebook page. So yeah, if you're not, follow us on Facebook too. We're there, and on
Yes,
Instagram, Discourse and Chill Pod. Please find us. Um,
yes.
but yeah, so somebody I don't know if it was somebody who liked us or followed us or what, but
Yeah, I know.
I don't even know what the comment was or anything. I just remember seeing
Right,
the fact checker notification. Somebody
right,
has deemed your pod as like not all facts or something like that.
right, right.
Mm.
And it was like, if it happens again, then we'll have to remove the content. Skirt. Wait a minute. What you won't do
Right.
is try to censor my opinion. Like, listen,
Mhm.
we did not say anything that was not played out on the news or that we watched or experiences that we had. They
We
can't
felt.
tell me that I didn't ride down 87 going to Wilmington on this two-lane highway in the
Mhm.
backwoods with bad cell service and Confederate flags. You can't tell me that that did not happen because
Exactly.
I lived it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I cut it out. It was my least favorite thing.
Yeah.
And for it to happen the very first episode, like it could have really made us discouraged, but it didn't. So here we
Mm.
are, season finale.
Yeah, I can't say that I had a least favorite episode. I really enjoyed all of our episodes, and I know it's
Mhm.
biased, but I don't know.
We done
We
it.
we just had good conversation. I think we re-recorded our
Yeah.
coronavirus episode because
Mhm.
we weren't satisfied with the first take that we did. We did a
Yeah.
take and
Yeah.
we watched it and was like, you know what, we can do better. and we need
Right.
to
Like
tighten
this
up.
is
We
horrible.
need, yeah.
This is horrible. What were we doing? We were very robotic. Like we were not ourselves. It was
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that was something that I was like, all right, so we're serious about this. Like, we really take
Mhm.
pride in our conversations and how it goes and the
Mhm.
information that we provide. Like, I think we just we took it all seriously, like we took it to heart, and
Yeah.
I think that was important, and I think it's gonna definitely lead to some better conversations in the future, and
Mhm.
definitely lead to some really good episodes going forward. I hope. I hope.
Yeah. I think we have a really good rapport with each other and the
Mhm.
conversations come easy.
Yeah.
Obviously we've been friends forever.
Forever.
I call you one of my best friends. So yeah, I think people see that too. People see that too, that it's like a natural chemistry that we have to just
Hmm.
converse so effortlessly.
Mhm.
And it just yeah, it flows. And when we recorded that episode, and Sarah was like, "This is not what we do," and
Yeah.
took the time to like listen. All right, we launch on Monday, and it is Saturday night,
Yeah.
and we have to edit. I was like, "All right, look, plug these lights up, action, action."
Yes, we had to get it together because we just want to put
Yeah.
out a good product, and I think
Yeah.
this is new for both of us, and like the
Mhm.
editing process is new and has been, like, I don't know, it's just gotten a whole lot easier just in this season, and I feel excited to be able to continue to be creative with our conversations and how we like edit our shows and all those things. So I'm excited about what's coming for the future.
Yeah, me
Uh,
too. And real quick, one time for Ian, because he has done all the editing. I went out and purchased myself a Mac, saying I want to do editing too. And yeah, it's been all Ian. So maybe in season two, maybe
hmm.
in season two,
I'll
I'll
share. I'll share.
yeah, I'll what's the name you? I'll get some pointers from you, and we'll go through editing, and I'll see, put my hand in trying to edit it a little bit. Um, because I definitely split the coin to be able to edit. So I need to, make the purchase be,
Make it
meaningful,
do what it
and
do.
not just because I really just wanted a Mac.
I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, I'm for everything else, so why not? You know, but
Yeah,
yeah, I really want a Mac. I've been wanting a Mac for years, though. You know that I've been wanting a Mac for
I do.
years. So
Mhm.
yeah, I
Yeah.
got me one. Yay! Thank you, Discourse and Chill. Yep.
So, what was the hardest episode for you?
Who? So for me, I think the hardest episode was probably the mental health episode.
Mhm.
If you watch it, like I got teary eyed during that episode, and I was like fighting back, trying not to
Right.
cry. But I pretty much had um released a weight when I spoke on being a cancer survivor,
Mhm.
not once but twice, two-time cancer survivor. It's one of the things that I don't talk about, and that a lot of people didn't know now because it's out there to the world. But it's just one of those things that I never really talked about.
Mhm.
I'm a very private person by nature anyway, so to open up about that without the intention. I had no idea that was gonna come out my mouth, and I'm like, as I'm saying, I'm like, what are you doing? If you don't shut up, what are you doing? But I'm glad that I did.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the weight that I was still carrying
Mm.
by quote unquote having this secret. So that I think for me was the hardest moment, and it was even harder to make sure that I did not cry in front of the world. But I did it. You know what I'm saying? I,
Yeah.
I held I held strong. um,
This is a
then
safe
the moment.
space. You could have cried. It would have been fine.
I'm sure. However, comma, had it been just me and you and not the world too, then maybe. But Not yet, not yet, chillers, not yet. Look, we're still getting to know each other. Boundaries. Did you have any hard moments? Like, what was a hard episode for you?
I think the coronavirus episode was hard for me,
Okay.
and different kind of hard, like not emotionally, but more so regarding the information. I wanted to be sure that we were like providing accurate, like
Yeah.
scientific information. I did not
Yeah.
want to provide information that was false or predicated on
Hmm.
opinion. Like I just really wanted to be like thorough in the research that we did beforehand, and if I said it, I wanted it to be true. So I think that
Yeah.
was just hard because I think the other things, like the self care and the financial literacy, those are like our thoughts or our opinions or our feelings on around those topics. And I felt like the
Hmm.
coronavirus uh, deserved fact and it deserved a different type of episode. So I'm glad that we did it twice because I think like we were able to really uh, address all the facts and also
Mhm.
the myths and also provide our opinions. And um,
Yeah.
it was just, I don't know, it was a different kind of mental stretch in that moment. So it was hard, but it was a good kind of hard. It was like challenging.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Um, and it's funny because, like you said, we re-recorded that episode, but we also recorded an episode that never made it to
Hmm.
light. Our original episode was entitled "All About the Ships,
Hmm.
Friendships, Relationships, Partnerships, whatever." And then the insurrection
Insurrection happened.
happened,
Hmm.
and we was like, oh, we can't start with that. We have to discuss this.
Yeah.
And that episode never made it to air. But I think it's a good thing that it didn't make it to air because we kind of like, we kind of found our way, I
Hmm.
think in that episode, even though it was a good episode, I dropped some
Yeah.
gems in the episode. We might have some little clips here and there from the episode,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
I still think that leaving that episode out and just going forward in the direction that we did was great.
Hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think I remember calling and telling you about the insurrection, and
Yeah.
then later on having a conversation like, I know we have this episode and I know we're supposed to
Mhm.
post this week, but we can't
Yeah.
post knowing that these events happened. It just
Yeah.
felt, it didn't feel authentic. It felt
Yeah.
against our purpose, to like
Hmm.
have the conversations that matter. And I think we wanted to do the friendship episode as a way to introduce us,
Yeah.
but it just didn't feel right. And then I agree. I think the trajectory that we went on after that, like, kind of
Hmm.
changed our entire season and how we approached our season, how we thought about our season. We're like,
Yeah.
man, this was really purposeful and impactful, and we wanted to
Hmm.
continue to be purposeful and impactful in our podcast. So
Right.
we had the 21 questions, the 10 things that we can't live without, as a way to kind of introduce you introduce you to us, but then we wanted to
Hmm.
have those really hard hitting longer podcasts that are providing you insight to like the things we think about, the things that really
Hmm.
matter to us, and the things that matter to a lot of people. So
Right.
yeah, I really agree with that. I think that it was good that we didn't have that episode released this season. um,
Hmm.
and I think it wasn't a bad episode, but we have gotten immensely better since that
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. I mean, really,
Like,
because we recorded the episode and then we did the one that we actually released and saw the
mm,
difference between the two and was like,
yeah,
wait a minute,
yeah.
we got something here. Like, we didn't go like that. We didn't keep going from here. Like,
Yeah. I did. I think
yeah,
too. I think too. The insurrection hit different. Like
yeah,
it hit like
definitely,
emotionally, mentally.
definitely.
Like it
Yeah.
really. There was more. It pulled a passion from us. I think
Yes.
it
Hmm.
pulled something from us that we're like, we got to tap from this spot. Like
Right.
whatever this is that we tapped into this episode, like we got to tap from here. And like we
Yeah.
love relationships and our friendship and everything. And I think it just didn't tap for the moment. I will say, for
Right.
the
Right.
moment,
Right.
it
Right.
did not tap. And
Yeah.
everything we talked about to date has tapped. It's been a place where
Mhm.
we pull from and like we have experience in, and we it means something to us. Like all the
Yeah.
conversations that we had really just mean something to us. And we thought it would be important to share with everybody because I think there are conversations that we all should have.
Mm-hmm. I
Mhm.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah. What was what was your most vulnerable moment? Was it the same moment you discussed earlier?
Yeah, for
Mhm.
me, the cancer moment was the most my most vulnerable
Mhm.
moment, and just because, like I said, I had no intention
Yeah.
at all of just putting that out there, and it just came out like. I was like, "What?" And I'm like standing over myself, watching myself, like, "What are you doing?" And then I feel my eyes water. But I was like, "See, that's why you should have said nothing." Like, which is really crazy because in the episode I did talk about moving past it and
Mhm.
and overcoming some things that came along with with having cancer and what happened in my life after the fact.
Mhm.
Obviously still a sore spot for me because
Yeah.
I was so young and I got robbed of motherhood for one. I would be a great mom. And I haven't taken it off the table. Like, I'm willing to adopt and give somebody a loving home, obviously, just because I have that mothering instinct in me.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think I was not only was it the hardest, but it was my most vulnerable, vulnerable, vulnerable moment. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I think for me it was when I mentioned going to see a therapist this year,
Yeah.
and I think it was the self care episode.
Yeah.
Um, and I think for me that came from I don't know where it came from honestly. Like I think it's very similar to you. I had no intention on saying that on camera in the moment or anything. Like it wasn't in my
No.
notes, like show
Right.
notes. It wasn't in there. It wasn't something that I was going to bring up. But in the moment, it just felt aligned with everything that I had been going
Mhm.
through and everything that I had felt in the moment. And just like, it just made so much sense to be like, hmm, this, I can't figure this out. So maybe I
Yeah.
need help with this. So therefore,
Yeah. I
um,
think.
go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say I think that it's because we do have that rapport with each other, it
Mm,
kind of you kind of forget that you're recording, like we're really having a conversation, and it's like, okay, I'm just talking to Ian, and
yeah.
then like you said, I'm like, I'm not only talking to Ian, So because I think because we just so naturally just like the flow of conversation is just
Hmm.
it's just real and authentic and genuine. You kind of forget that there's a record, like this camera's on me right now,
Yeah. Like this ain't
it's
FaceTime, like it's
right,
not
it's like
just
I'm
us
FaceTime,
here.
right? It's like we just having a FaceTime, right? Yeah, so I think in those moments, you say it and then you like, oh my god, I think I just said that, and
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
well, let me keep going now. I'm here,
Like I'm in it. I can't get out of it. I can't
right?
go back. Yeah.
I'm here. If I say cut, then we have to try to edit and piece it back together. It's not gonna flow right. So you're here now. Hit the gas. Hit the gas.
Yeah. And I would say like
Yeah.
even that, like one of the biggest things for me is that where I came from in regards to mental health and to where I am
Hmm.
now are two different places, two different
Hmm.
area codes, two different planets, Like I definitely grew up
Yeah.
thinking that, like I said, mental health was not something that you needed help for, Like it
Yeah.
was a space of
Yeah.
weakness and to like go to therapy was a
Hmm.
space of weakness. So to say like as an adult and as a person who recognizes that it's not weakness, it's really a strength to recognize uh like what you need. Like self-awareness is a strength that not everybody has, and I think it's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing if you
Hmm.
recognize where you fall short and how you want to like fix, or I don't
Yeah.
even say fall short, or just where there's need for you.
Right. Right.
Mhm. Yeah, so that was a big vulnerable moment for me. um
Yeah.
what were some of the I guess, have you gotten any like reactions from people or comments that you saw or people reach out or um Any of those kinds of things?
Yeah, so the first one that kind of stuck out with me was my 21 questions. There was a comment left. I said I want some coleslaw. Uh, I think that comment was like really good from one of a really good friend of mine put the
Hmm.
comment in the post. But I spoke with him and we discussed that episode, and when we went over the this or that, it was really good to know. He was like, "Yeah, I know you. You know, we're friends
Yeah.
forever." Because he answered it the same way that I would. Like, I think she would say this. So
Hmm.
when I had my friend saying, "Yeah, I got it all right," when you was doing it, I got it all right. I guess the same things you did.
Yeah.
It's good because my people know me. So shout out to Son. Thank you, love, for watching. I appreciate you, King. Like,
Mm.
you already know.
Yeah.
My best friend Jessica. So in the self-care episode, I referenced her. I've actually
Hmm.
referenced her a few times in our episodes because Jessica is, listen, my right hand. If I had two right hands, like, you and Jessica. um so right. So I love that she is super supportive and
Hmm.
that we talk about all the episodes. She's like, "Girl, you said this and oh, you talk about that," and I was like, "Oh, she's talking about me." Jessica is my therapist. Okay, not only in the friendship world, but in reality, she is like a counselor.
Hmm.
So we go through situations. She's known me since I was 12.
Oh wow.
And yeah, we go through situations together. She has seen me at my worst. And she has been there to help celebrate and support me at my best. And to just have her support and for us to discuss every conversation is great. I mean, every episode is great.
Hmm.
Also, my staff members. So, when we go on break from time, I have one staff member. Sam. Hey, Sam. He be like, I'm watching the latest episode now. He comes out. He talked about your water bottle. Like, he comes out and we'll have conversations about the episode. um it's amazing, and for people like that I'm on like Facebook friends with that see me around the town, like, hey, I caught your episode. Like, just people have really embraced us,
Hmm.
and I love it. My girl Kia Flo out in
Yep.
Charlotte, me and
Yeah.
Kia
What
converse
up,
a
Kia?
lot. And yep, she's been in the comments, and she'll definitely let me know that she caught an episode, the financial literacy episode. She didn't
Hmm.
realize that you could call and have them apply it to the principal. So she to call and say, like, I learned something.
Yeah.
Those things have been great. Like, it just makes me feel so empowered, like I'm doing the right thing.
Hmm.
Kim and I, I mentioned Kim before about my 10 things episode. Kim has, again told me that I made her want to buy everything. So it's those type comments that definitely override whoever said that we need to be fact checked. So I've had some really good feedback, even from people that I don't know in the comments, who have thanked us for sharing our story
Hmm.
and being so open. Those comments mean a lot. I love all the chillers. Hey, chillers that have tuned in to episode 1. It's been amazing. This ride has been really good, and I've been super excited for it.
Hmm.
Um, has anybody like reached out to you, or a comment that stuck out to you?
So I think one of the comments for our very first episode, I
Mhm.
went to the dentist, and the dental hygienist actually watched our first episode and left a very
Oh,
long
wow.
comment, and just, yeah, it was really cool that I don't know, we met, and she was
Mhm.
like, "Oh, so what do you do?" And like, I got a hot cash, mouth wide open. um and she actually like took the time to watch the whole episode with her and her husband,
Yeah,
and left a awesome comment. And
she did.
um
She did.
it's just, I think those moments are awesome, like just to impact somebody that you think is a passerby, like,
Yeah.
it was my dental hygienist. I did not expect, well, I don't even know if she did. She might be a dent a dental assistant. I'm not sure her title.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, just it's awesome to just have people reach out to you and say, "Hey, you did a really good job on the episode. I love you two's perspective. Um,
Mhm.
I love like the things that you're talking about. Just I don't know. It's been awesome, and I love the feedback, honestly, because like we want to do this to just spread our ideas and
Mhm.
to hopefully have people who wouldn't necessarily have these conversations with their family or their friends to have these conversations or feel comfortable with like providing their perspective. And so any feedback, good, bad, or indifferent, like we welcome it, and because we want to do
Yeah.
better, we want to be the best podcast we can be, and if we can,
Mhm.
if there are things that we're falling short on, let us know. If there are things that
Mhm.
we're doing great, let us know, so we can
Yeah.
build on those things, and I think it's all valuable and appreciated, uh, and I think even the comment that we hate in the, well, not the comment, but the, I guess the bad,
The action.
uh,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it, the person who reported us for our first episode, I think that
Right.
drove me to want to make sure that the coronavirus episode was on point. I
Yeah.
didn't want there to
Yeah.
be any holes, and I think it's driven us to like, okay, you're gonna call us out,
Mhm.
like we're gonna be on top of the game even more for the next episode, and
Right.
um
Right.
so I appreciate it all. I really enjoyed it. Like I had my dad and my stepmom watch episodes. My mom watches our episode. I had
Yeah.
a couple like aunts and uncles watch
Mhm.
episodes, and my uncle Carl was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have a date night, and we're gonna open a bottle of wine, and we're gonna watch Discourse and chill." And I was like, "That's what's up."
Okay.
Like I
Uncle,
ain't mad
Uncle
at that. I
Carl.
appreciate that. And to get a
Right.
call the
Look.
next day, and they're
Hey,
like,
Uncle
"Man."
Carl.
uh, and to get a call the next day and like them, both of them tell me how much they enjoy the episode and like thanking me
Yeah.
for my perspective and all
Right.
that. Like I appreciate all of that. So yeah, I definitely have gotten some good feedback. I honestly want some more like
Mhm.
criticism. Honestly, like I want to
Yeah.
know how we can be better and how we can grow.
Right.
Um, so if you see anything that you think we can do better, let us know, please, in the comments. You can even hit
Mhm.
us up. We got our email address in the description,
Mhm.
info@imaginemavens.com or discourse and chill pod@gmail.com. Like, let us know.
Mhm.
Just send us a
Yeah.
message, and it'll just help us grow and be better.
Yeah. Also, if like there's a topic that you feel like you want to hear or that something that you want to discuss or get a different perspective on, let us know
Hmm.
that as well. We're open to, having the conversations that matter.
Hmm.
And that doesn't mean conversations that matter only to us. We
Yeah.
want the conversations that matter to the Discourse and Chill family.
Yeah.
You all are our chillers. So if it matters to you, it matters to us. We are
Absolutely.
open for episode suggestions and topics. We definitely want to explore going live in season two, like Ian touched on earlier. So if you're interested in doing that and having a full roundtable conversation, like we discussed, and you chime in, the whole thing, let us know. We definitely want to build this community and
Hmm.
not just Ian and I talking about what matters solely to us, because we feel
Hmm.
like what matters to us matter to other people as well. So if there's
Yeah.
conversations that you feel you need to have or need a perspective on that you don't have anyone that you can talk through with, listen, let us know. We are open, and so we're here for.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, what's something that you've noticed about yourself, like rewatching episodes that you're like, I can't believe I do that. Like, what am I doing?
Um. Well, something that I noticed that is outside of actual what airs. Listen, we need to have a blooper reel. The blooper reel, I'm telling you, gonna be lit. But one thing that I do a lot that I notice, I flex my dimples all the time. Like I see myself, I sit here and then
Time out.
what? Flex my dimples. I'm
How
about to show
you?
you.
Yeah, show
I'm
how
about
you
to
flex
show
your.
you. I flex
Look,
my dimples. So if I'm
Hold
Like if you're talking right, and I'm sitting here as you're talking, I'll do like something like this. I'll be like, or I'll you see it like I just kind of like like I make them pop a little bit. So yeah, I
Flex my
I flex.
dimple.
Yep. And sometimes I notice like my eyes get real droopy. I
Mm.
don't know why I feel like my eyes are closed half the time, but it's like I'm like looking like over at you, so like the camera is a little higher. And I'm looking at myself trying to make sure when I see me, I see my eyes open. But when I
Mm.
watch the playback, I feel like my eyes are closed. But I've noticed myself doing a lot of it's the dimple. I've also well that's all I want to say because the other one is just something that I do that yeah, but I flex my dimple a lot. Just because I feel like I have RBF sometimes. So I'm like, oh, fix your face.
No, you ain't gotta fix your face.
Yeah. What do you do? What have you found yourself
I
doing?
I do the eye thing. Like I'm always like I'll be here looking
Mhm.
at the camera, and then I'll be like right here, my eyes just going back and forth.
Yeah,
And then the other thing is I say absolutely all the damn time. Like I say, you'll be talking, tell me
absolutely,
absolutely, absolutely.
absolutely.
What? Like,
Yeah,
when did this start?
absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree. Absolutely, exactly.
Yeah,
I
you
I say
do.
absolutely often. So if you haven't noticed it, go
Mhm.
back and just watch one episode, and you'll see I say it at least 150 times.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that I know I want to work on
Mm.
is the ums. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Listen, Ray. Hey Ray, Mr. Thomas is probably really like cringing if he's listening to us. He's probably like, oh my, all these he would be dinging that bell, all these and I'll
Yeah.
go back and listen. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have got to get these under control. So that's something I'm gonna work on in season two. So I
Mhm.
guess I'm gonna get them all out during this episode. So yeah. But I am gonna work on the ums. It's been something that I've been doing for a while now. I converse with a friend almost daily, and in that I had said to him that I was gonna try to cut out the ums. And for a while they got a little better, and now they just like running amok.
Running
They
amok.
they unruly,
Mhm.
unruly.
I think I do that with like. I'll say like a lot.
Hmm.
I'm like, well, it's like, or I don't know, like I'll just end sentence, start sentences, and it is something that I've worked on, and sometimes in conversations, I think when I speak quickly, when I'm trying to get
Hmm.
through a lot of thoughts, I say it often. But when I take my time
Yeah,
and just speak clearly and deliberately,
yeah,
then it's less likely to happen. But
yeah.
I want to work on that for season two. I'm gonna keep saying absolutely though.
We'll let you have that. We'll let you have absolutely. So you can have absolutely.
Mm,
It's yours.
yeah, it's all mine.
Absolutely.
So how do you feel about season one as a whole?
uh, Overall, season one was amazing. It was
Mm.
epic. Absolutely the best. But yeah, I enjoyed season one. I feel like I said, I opened up more than I had expected to for
Mhm.
season one. And go, dang, I opened up more than I expected to in season one. But I think it was great, like that I kind of allowed myself to do that,
Mhm.
to be vulnerable
Mhm.
and to be open and honest.
Mhm.
The biggest thing that I wanted to ensure that came across was authenticity.
Mhm.
I didn't want it to feel like it was fake or staged or something that was quote unquote scripted. Yeah, we had show notes because there were points that we want to make sure we made, but we weren't reading the script.
Mhm.
I think for me, season one was a great opener.
Yeah.
It got my feet wet, and I'm excited to continue.
Mhm.
Season one came off, in my opinion, amazing. So, especially for the first one,
Yeah.
how
I
do you feel?
I feel good. I think one of the best compliments that I got was when somebody told me that uh, we our podcast, it doesn't seem like it was our first time, you know? And
Oh,
so I was
yay.
like, yes, absolutely. I appreciate that, that we have us like we're really good friends, best friends, and we
Yeah.
have established a rapport, and it came off
Mhm.
very authentic and clear
Yeah.
and vulnerable in moments, and I think we hit
Mhm.
a lot of things, a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different
Yeah.
topics.
Mhm.
We even spoke on perspectives that we don't necessarily have, but we are just like open to so many like possibilities, and we had fun with, the 21 questions and the 10
Mhm.
things, and like we laughed in every episode, even though some of the subject matter was heavy. I think
Yeah.
those are the like really good takeaways that I had for our episode, and I don't know, I appreciate our
Yeah.
conversation, and it's been nice to just to speak to you, as
Yeah.
somebody who's
I
a really good
know.
friend. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like we've said, like I don't know, well, we didn't say actually. So in one of the things we said in the friendship episodes, like last year, we didn't really speak as much as we
Yeah.
have this year. Um,
Mhm. Yeah.
at all. Like not even close to what. And it's only March, and we
Right.
spoke probably 10 times more between now and January than we did all of 2020. And
Yeah.
I
I
think that was
mean,
one.
that's real.
And
It's
that's one of the
real.
reasons we wanted to do the episode is because like it gave us an opportunity to just like be creative and have
Mhm.
conversation and really like be who we have been over the last 10 years, because like we've known each
Yeah.
other forever, and
Yeah.
we've always had some kind of project that we're working on, whether it be the Marquee Slam, So Fried, Adult Field Day, like all
Mhm.
these things that we have been doing together for so many years. Like 2020 is the first year we didn't have any projects that we did together. um,
Yeah.
and so it's nice to have this to do with you and
Mhm.
to like bounce ideas off each other during like our pre-show and our after show, and to like send like to have our little blooper reel and uh just like have fun, it's felt good, so I
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss the fact that, we were so close in proximity to each other.
Mm.
I miss being able to tell you I ain't got my $5 and go get Korean or Thai or
Mhm.
something,
Yeah.
You definitely opened my palate up because I was like, I don't need that. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. So it's been awesome to like reconnect create our creativity to each other,
Mhm.
and just have this project to kind of build off of and explore. I do want to make an announcement. One of the great things about season one is that it is now on Spotify. So if you have a
Yay!
Spotify account, please go follow us, Discourse and Chill Pod. All 9 episodes are on there now. This one will be on there soon. And yeah, please go check it out. And again, thank you for a lot of the support. And yeah, we just want to like again just build something that everybody will get something from. Just
Yes,
even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just a moment that connects us to you. That's what we're looking for.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, definitely. We just want to expand and grow,
Yeah.
and continue building chillers.
Yeah. So is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
So, I think I wanted to talk about, again, us going forward and the things that we want to plan for season two. Again,
Hmm.
we're gonna have a lot in store for you guys. One of the things is definitely trying to incorporate going live.
Hmm.
That I think is something that we can, discuss now, or like let out the bag, going live. But other than that, yeah, no, I just want to thank everybody thus
Hmm.
far. Thank you to everybody who has viewed one of our episodes. Thank you for everybody who has subscribed, who has commented, who has liked, and who has hit that notification bell. Your views, your comments, your likes, they fuel us. Lets us know that we are on the right path, that we're doing something
Mm.
that's great. And yeah, just thank you to everybody. I call you guys our chillers because you come chill with us every week. So thank you so much. Like it's humbling. I've always like been one to say, thank you, thank you, thank you. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate it. You guys have made this journey so much more easier, and I love you for it.
Yeah, I definitely am thankful for all the people who have viewed, all the people who have commented, all the people who haven't commented, all the people who have liked the video, hit the notification bell, all the people who haven't liked the video or hit the notification bell. Like, I just appreciate the support and the little pushes, and I appreciate Reese for the accountability, and the just the freedom of being able to be creative and authentic and vulnerable in this space, um,
Yeah.
and comfortable here, and I appreciate her, and I just appreciate this whole process. Um, I think it's awesome to I think it's awesome for another one of our ideas to come to fruition in this way. Um, I think about all that like we've accomplished in regards, like we said before, the Marquee Slam. Like, it was an 8-year poetry slam that we did together in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Um, it was amazing. It impacted a lot of lives, and like we did some amazing things.
Yeah.
We
We did.
planned the largest poetry festival event in 2019 that happened in the country. Like,
Mhm. In the
like
world, Craig.
it may have been the largest poetry festival in the world in 2019. Um, and then we had like an adult field day that like just something that had never been done in our city, and it's just awesome that
Mhm.
we have like continued to like stay the course and have
Yeah.
ideas and then execute those ideas in
Mhm.
an awesome way. So I definitely am grateful for Reese and our friendship, and how that friendship lends itself to like us creating things together. I think it's
Yeah.
awesome. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do.
And
I appreciate
I definitely love and appreciate you
that.
as well. I always say you have big ideas, and I love that about you. You're like your creativity is just limitless, and you are always want to say, I want to do this, 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 and I have to reel it in. I have to make make it life size because it's just anything you put your mind to is going to be already outstanding, and it's just want to make sure that I help you bring those things to fruition, and in doing that it has brought things that I've wanted to do also to fruition,
Hmm.
like some things that I dreamed of doing I never thought were possible until I met you.
Oh, that's fucking
And real,
awesome.
I mean, like just real talk,
Yeah,
I think in our friendship, I've allowed myself to be myself, and it's been amazing. So thank
that's
you.
fucking awesome.
I love you always, of
Oh,
course.
oh.
I know, hugs. Oh. Yes, I appreciate you. I appreciate just your vision and the fact that you love to just dream big. Don't ever, ever, ever change that.
I will
Continue to
not.
dream big, and I will continue to help make dreams reality.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But yeah, so this is what's this is what's gonna happen next. So we're gonna take a break for a couple weeks. This is March 17th, and our next episode won't be until April 5th. We'll have a
Season
brand new season
two.
for you all, and we're going to incorporate going live. We may have some guests. Uh,
Mhm.
we're just going to have some surprises, and I promise we're going to do a better job of like promoting on social
Yeah.
media and giving heads up in advance, because This
Right.
season, like day of, we're like, hey, we got a
Hey,
podcast tonight.
you
So,
told y'all tonight.
we're giving everybody 6 hour notice, so we're definitely gonna be
Right.
better at.
Tune in.
Mhm. We're gonna probably put out a season two schedule so you know what topics are gonna coming out, what days they'll be on, so you'll be able to definitely connect with us. And then also, like, if we're gonna have a guest, we're gonna like announce the guest ahead of time. So we just want to be better at like planning and showing uh, what's coming up, you know. So,
Yeah.
but on
Yeah.
that note, I think we're gonna call it a season,
Yeah.
and we're
Oh,
gonna
let's call
say
it a
see you
season.
later, not goodbye. But yeah, I
Oh,
can't believe that's the end of season one. Thank you so much to everybody again. Like, we would not be here without you. Thank you,
yeah.
Rissi, again. I would not be here without you.
Oh.
uh,
Yeah.
and yeah,
It's super dope. So yeah, season one ends, and I just want to leave off season one with the affirmation for myself and for everyone that is out there listening. I am allowed to take up space that is needed for me to be present. So
mm,
I affirm that I deserve the space that I need to be present. So I affirm a space for myself as well as space for you.
nice. Nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, on that note, cheers. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in season two.
Bye.
Peace out.